And we're going to call the meeting to order. A bit late. Oh, we have some people joining last minute. And you see the date, October 15th. And our housekeeping notes. Did everybody mute their phone? I didn't mute mine. Everybody else? Everybody else is muted? Bob? No? Okay, glad I remembered. Glad we have these notes. Everybody's going to have their phone off or silent. And if you need to talk on the phone, please go outside. You folks at home, I assume, Russ, you got everybody muted and everybody's behaving themselves and is in order. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good to know. New members. We have a new member. Actually, he's not a new member of the NMRA, but he's a new member to us and a re-rail. And Bob Hoffman, you're Bob Hoffman, right?
Oh, 1983, yes. I've been Robert ever since.
Okay, Robert. Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Can you take a second and tell us a little bit about where you moved from and why you're here?
Now let's see. I'm here because I lived here about 25 years ago. And I've lived in 5 states, and this is my favorite place I've ever lived. I've decided this is where I want to retire and spend the rest of my life. So I've spent the last 5 to 10 years figuring out how and when would be the best time to get back here. And this seems to be the time.
Okay,
So
great. Welcome.
thank you.
Thank you for the compliment.
What compliment was that, Bob?
Nice place to live.
Oh, yeah, great. Visitors, I don't see any other than Robert. I think everybody is here belongs here. We don't have any other visitors. Bob
Well,
Schweitzer.
Ron, on Zoom here is Dennis Clonese that's going to be talking here in a little bit. So don't forget him.
If he's a member, our membership base is truly expanded.
Welcome, Dennis. Nice to see you. Look forward to your presentation. I was going to get to you, but
That's okay. That's, I wasn't worried.
I was covering the room first and, Russ is helping me too. So thank goodness. Welcome. Is that it, Russ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Minutes from the last meeting. Minutes were posted on the website. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
Second.
Thank you. Stan
and Bob Johnson.
and Bob Johnson, first in. Rick Wick was right there, but he was just a moment late with his hand up. Next time, Rick, you gotta be quick.
Got another chance though.
Vote on the motion. Thank you, Mike. All those in favor of approving the minutes from the last meeting? Any opposed? That was good, because they were excellent minutes, Bob. Thank you. Treasurer's report, Mike Berry, come up and stand on the little X here, Mike, and I'm going to turn the microphone towards your way. You have a booming voice anyway, I've been told.
I have no trouble being heard usually. Hi, treasurer's report as of this morning, in fact. On the expense side, any questions? I kind of bunched things up here a little bit to kind of cut down on all me standing up here. But if you have any questions,
Can you
please.
write all that down on the board here, please?
I could, but you wouldn't want me to do it, really.
It's already up there.
It would be just kind of
Thank you, Mike.
redundant.
It's in invisible, like it's already up there.
Yeah, there you go. So, no questions? Okay.
We have a motion to approve the treasurer's report. Stay up here, Mike. Thank you, Bill. We have anybody that wants a second it?
Second.
Oh, there's Rick. Got it, Bob?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Committee reports.
We're going to approve what we just put.
That's a good idea, Rick. Thank you. Keep an eye on me. Can we have a vote to approve the treasurer's report, please? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, any? Okay. So approved.
So approved.
Member welfare, Mike Berry.
Aye, for this month, thankfully, nobody hospitalized. Couple people with some issues, one being sitting right up here in front, Mr. Stan White. We sent, the division sent Stan a get well card. And then another couple, this is our third couple, member and spouse, in the last like 3 months, where both of them have had issues within a couple days or a week of each other. This month, it's Greg and Kathy Gephardt. Different issues, but both of them with things to deal with. So we sent them get well cards also this month. And the last name up there, some of you guys that have been here a while will recognize it. We lost Frank Becker here in the last few days. Frank used to be a member of Division 8. The last record we have was from 2018. But he was a member for 20 odd years prior to that. And like I said, some of us have been around a little while. We'll remember Frank. Frank was always around, good guy. Sadly, we have just lost him now. And I got a nice thank you note for the division from Carolyn King, Nat King's widow. She sent us a card thanking us for the division's donation in Nat's honor. And so anybody want to look at that? I've got it here. Any questions on member welfare this month? And like I always say, and it's in the pie card each month, please, if anybody knows of anything like this, anything going on, anybody sick in the hospital, God forbid, lose somebody, let us know so we can let them know that the division's thinking about it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Mike. Member welfare. We don't have a report for, excuse me, AP program.
You can, yes, sir.
Is Mark Norman. You're ready, Barry. You're next. Mark doesn't have a report this month, and Mark is not here. And I don't see him online. It's not online either. So Mark's getting ready to move, we understand, which not easy for anybody. He's downsizing. But we wanted to call into your attention that Mark is there. If you need help with the AP program, contact him. Plus he has a bunch of helpers that can help you achieve your goal. Monthly contest. Barry.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Want to give out a certificate from last month. We had our photos last month, both prototype and model, and Stan White's with us today. And so get your certificate to you, Stan. And that was for the model railroad, first place. So again, congratulations to you. And we'll just turn this way and get our picture taken. And congratulations.
Stan. There you go.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Now for this month, steam propulsion. We had some really fascinating modeling, 5 different entries this time around. And so we have 2 honorable mentions that we want to congratulate for entering and doing a great job. And one of them is Jacob Butler, and he entered a Ohio Central 282 consolidation number 13, which is a great reminder to all of us to get up to the Age of Steam Roundhouse in Sugar Creek and see some of these great steam engines that are lovingly cared for there. And then also to Bob Frankrone, who provided a beautiful autumn afternoon picture there. We are having the best autumn this year in Kentucky, so that's a good reminder of to get out and enjoy it with our models. Now, for third place, we'd like to congratulate Rick Geertz, who's here today, for the abandoned engine chemistry project that he did. Fabulous. You got to read about it if you haven't already online there at the division website. Second place to Steve Lasher. This is an overland model and it's just gorgeous. It's a New York Central H10 number 2195. Looks like it's been out on the road working hard. And first place, of course, our beloved L&N. It's a Baldwin, it's a 460, and it is spruced up and ready, according to Ed Brennan, MMR. I didn't see Ed come in today. Is he online by any chance?
He is not.
Well, we will send congratulations his way, and we do have a wonderful certificate for that very beautiful specimen there, which we will get to him also. So congratulations to all of our modelers today. Now for November, we're going to be doing displays. And as always, those displays can be of any size. So there's no size. Thing could be all the way from N-Track up to a huge, large display. And we wanted to clarify a little bit for you all. A display, in terms of definition, can be part of your layout now, but it must have previously been a standalone display at some point in its life. And please do include in your description its current location when you fill out the entry form, so we understand what the display is in your photos and everything. If you have any questions about that, feel free to get in touch with me. Be glad to clarify that. It's really one of the favorite categories in a Division 8 contest, so we're looking forward to a lot of good stuff. Okay, have a good afternoon, everybody.
Thank you, Barry. Changes. I love change. Mike, in his treasurer's report, of course, covered some expenses involving our new post office box, which includes business cards, checks. What else was there, Mike? Is that it?
I think that was it for the.
So minor expenses, something we had to bite the bullet on. And Mike, of course, also has to notify various agencies that we do business with of our address change. So most of the work is on him. And we appreciate that, Mike. So if you need to communicate with us, just please remember to use the new PO box, because at some point they won't forward our mail anymore. And speaking of moving, we got one more meeting here in November in the 600 room, and then it's by, newly redecorated. I'm sure everybody noticed the new wallpaper and the lighting has been repaired. TV has been put back up securely, new carpeting, but we won't be here long. But we did find a home. We are moving our meeting starting in January 21st to the Jeffersontown Public Library on Watterson Trail in Jeffersontown. We'll give everybody a map to get you there, but it's easy to find. And it's a nice location. The room is a little bit different shape. It's a little more rectangular than this room is, but it's a nice room. We won't have tables like this, only chairs, and a slightly smaller TV, but if we're there a while, they may get a bigger TV. So January 21st. Russ Weiss, gonna introduce what's coming up.
Okay, thanks, Ron. So on deck today, we have Dennis Clonays. He's Ron's counterpart with the Division 12. And, now that we have most of our conventions over with for the year, it's not too early to start getting our appetites whetted for next year's MCR convention, which will be in Pittsburgh. So Dennis will be making the pitch and getting us all excited for what they have going on next year. Then we have our own Bruce DeMayer. Bruce, as you know, has built a new layout here in town, and he's doing signaling, and he's going to tell us how he's gone about that on his new layout. Next. Thanks. So next month, which Ron alluded to, we'll be not only the last meeting at the 600 room, but our last meeting, general membership meeting for this year. And what we'll be featuring is Steve Priest. He is the owner, CEO of Class 1 Model Works. That might not ring a bell with you, but if you remember that a couple months ago when Fred was doing his live feed from the national convention in St. Louis, he featured Steve there, and he has a new line of freight cars that will be coming out next year. So Steve's going to whet our appetite on what they have coming up. So if you missed Fred's live feed a couple months ago, then you want to tune in for this. He's going to have some great models coming up, so we look forward to that. Me or you, Ron?
You,
Oh, me.
I'm
Well,
tired of talking about this
Are
thing.
you? All right, should I get my gun out here? And we're
Yeah.
gonna make you an offer that you can't refuse.
Yeah,
There you go. Well, as always, for any of these events, and as you know that from our spring show, that it was a record-breaking crowd. So to keep the crowd and the vendors coming, we need help. So please let Ron, Fred, myself know that you can do, we will have the Friday afternoon. We need guys to help set up the tables. We need help with all different functions the day of the show. And the very least, that if you can't have time for that, then help us take down the tables late on Saturday afternoon. It really does go fast. And as I say, many hands make quick work. So please consider doing that for your division.
Hey, Russ.
Sir,
Yeah, Bob Franklin. What time is set up Friday before the show?
I think what, Ron, we're shooting for what, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock?
3 o'clock, yes.
Okay.
So there's no fish fry or anything this time?
No fish fry this time.
Okay.
But you can bring it. You can bring it, Bob.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Well, hopefully we'll be done by dinner time.
Yeah. It really goes fast. I think it normally takes us, I think, really about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours to get everything set up. So it really does go fast as long as we have the people to help.
I plan
You
on
are
being
gonna-
there.
Say what?
Said I plan on being there for setup. And of course, I think I'm working today, the show, Ron, at an information table.
Yes, you are, Bob.
Okay.
And thank you.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Yeah, it would be good. It would be good to have everybody there at 3 o'clock so we can have a quick little meeting about how we're going to attack the setup. And we'll have a couple of leaders, as we normally do, leading the table parade. So it'd be helpful if you are signed up to help, please arrive on time on Friday. If you can't, we'll fill you in when we get there.
A quick moment, please.
Yes, Mark.
7 tables, people. 7 is our lucky number, our magic number, and that's it. You're out. That's all. We're done. Have a good day, people.
Anybody need a table here?
How much are tables for division members?
$30.
Okay.
$30 a table. If you want electricity, $10. But as it is right now, tables with electricity are pretty much taken. We're not giving electricity away anymore. Have 4 up front and 3 in the layout room, and that's it. Floor table are spoken for.
Okay, thanks, Mark. One thing I do need, and I'll put a call out here, please, is we need not that you guys aren't, but we need somebody with a pleasant personality to be up front with the show, to help out Russ at the admissions table. We need somebody to smile at the attendees as they come in and stamp hands that they've paid and been there. Ruthie, our reliable Ruthie, is going to be helping Bob at the door prize table.
I get the good help.
Bob stole
Called seniority.
the good help. So if your wife would like to help out at the show, that's the type of pleasant face we're looking for, instead of your mugs, a nice face like Ruthie or Teresa or Miss Barb, helps out. This is the kind of help we're looking for. We really appreciate it. We'll take good care of your loved one, but we need some help in that area. So if you can help us, please let me know.
I think that's rather sexist.
I'll speak with Laura and see if she's available.
It
that
is.
day.
It is. Russell?
It may be, but it's also
It is.
realistic.
Well, I want to clarify, Bob Franklin, I've got the sign up sheet here if anybody wants to sign up for the train show duties. But Bob Franklin is listed for Saturday. Do you want me to also, Bob, check?
You can
off
put him
for
down. I made a note of it, but thank you,
Okay.
Miss Barb.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
put 'em
plan to
down.
be there. I plan to be there on Friday. School gets out plenty of time, so.
Okay,
Okay,
I got you. I've checked you off.
thank you,
Thank
Bob. Okay, moving on from the train show now. Everybody's ready? Okay,
I'm ready. All right.
Russell,
Okay, so, it's, really, when you think about it, just a few weeks away. So, Saturday, December 3rd is our annual Christmas party. New place. I think, you'll be very pleased with the food there at the Corner Cafe. And, we'll start gathering about 4:30 and then we'll start eating at 5:30. This week, if you go to the links on the division website, you can, just like you can for the train show, you can go ahead and click and give your credit card and you can pay for your meal right then and there. Bada boom, bada bang. It was a very easy.
Okay.
hold on a second, Russell.
Yeah.
Before you get to Woodville Road, it's right there on the left.
Go ahead, Russ.
Okay. Where was I before I was so rudely interrupted?
You were commenting on about the process, how easy it was to get a ticket.
There you go. It's a real easy program, guides you right through and, 10 minutes, I gave them the credit card and it is a secure site and, it was very easy. So, do take advantage of that.
I do have a question, Russ.
Yes, sir.
So I agree. It was super easy. And I did it a week or two ago, so I can't remember. Was I supposed to get an electronic ticket or was I supposed to print something out or was I going to get texted a ticket? How did that work?
Well,
You
I
don't,
think I got an email right away, Bob, that had that on there.
you don't
Okay.
need, let me just interrupt here for a second. You don't technically need a ticket to
Okay.
to come to dinner, Bob,
Okay.
especially in your case, because I'll be there and I know you personally.
Got
And
it.
a couple other people know you, but we did the tickets because this is kind of a demonstration of how you might get a ticket for other events that you might need a ticket for, like the train show, where you would need a printed ticket. And you should have been offered an opportunity to print your ticket.
And
as part
maybe
of the
I
process.
was. I remember seeing the graphics of some ticket and I thought it was pretty good, whoever did the graphics on the ticket. But and maybe I thought, well, I'm not going to need this. I don't want to use the ink to print it out. I can't remember.
Hey, you got an email back that had your ticket on it.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bob,
Yes.
I did get a confirmation email like 2 minutes later, and it says view tickets and you paid this, and for one member, one spouse. So
Okay,
I did get that.
I'll look for it. I just,
We have a guest list, Bob, so it's not needed, but it would be nice if you could find it because it's a beautiful ticket. Fred.
oh, it is. It is.
Fred did
Kudos.
quite a bit of work on it. We're pretty proud of it,
And deservedly so. Like I said, I remember seeing it, and whoever did it, a lot of kudos. It was excellent.
Fred talked about entering it in next year's photo contest.
I think you should.
It's too late for this year, but
Absolutely.
one correction to that information, Russ, it's not available on the website. It's available in the pie cart.
Okay.
So if you need to get a dinner ticket, or if you can't find it, I can send you a link. Just send an email to Division 8 or call the toll-free number, and we'll send you a link where you can order a ticket if you need one. But it's because it's a private event, it's not technically on the website, which is open to the public. And I think that's Russ. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
We interrupted you several times and I apologize for that, but we want to make sure everybody's straight and answer the questions. So
Hey, Ron, I didn't see a new business bullet, but I have a new business. 2.5 years ago, before the pandemic, we would have different people open up their layouts on a Saturday after a meeting for a couple hours or whatever. So I was scheduled for March of 2020, and I think we all know what happened then. So this November, next month's meeting, if there's an interest, I'm willing to open up my layout after the meeting for a couple of hours for anybody who would like to come by and see it.
that's a nice offer, Bob.
Okay.
Is there interest with the guys in the room? Yeah.
Almost everybody's hand is up, Bob. Did you tell people before you were going to be serving snacks or anything?
I did. Yeah, there may be some refreshments, but no, I didn't. I finally got the basement somewhat cleaned up in order to be able to have people over again. So.
Well, sounds like we better get over there while it's still.
Yeah. Well,
cleaned
yeah.
up.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. So,
I know what you're saying.
So I'll consider that then, say, from 4 to 6 or something.
Let's call it 4 to 6, and we'll develop a little flyer on that and get it out to the members so everybody knows about it. That's a nice offer, Bob, and we appreciate it.
No, it's
And Ron,
2.5 years coming.
he doesn't want to really show us the layout. He and Laura want to show us all the remodeling they did.
Well, you're welcome to look at that as well.
Before we do adjourn, Bob, I also want to thank you for your post yesterday in Groups IO of your weathering project. If you all didn't get a chance to see his post,
Well,
it was some nice work, and if you haven't seen it, you should go there.
Thank you. You're very kind, but it was all inspired by Fred's weekly videos.
Well, that's the whole purpose of Groups IO, is for us to inspire each other. And
Right.
Fred helped you, and now you've helped others, and appreciate your posting something original in Groups IO. And it's pretty easy to do. If you don't know how to get into Groups IO, please let us know, and we'll be happy to help you get logged in so you can do a post on a project that you're working on.
Hey,
And if
Ron.
there's- Yes, Russell.
Well, hey, Bob, if you, if you have time and wanna, that would be something for one of our gatherings, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, where you could kind of do a little bit of a demo on how you're doing that. I mean, you could do it car by car or something like that, but
Sure.
give that some thought, please.
Okay. I'll take it under advisement, as they say.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
What that means is Russell's going to be in touch with you, Bob, schedule you.
Well, he actually sent me a couple of photos when he was on, I guess, on a road trip to the New York Historical Society, he took a couple of weathered sewer lines, and it turns out that I do have both of those cars in the sewer line paint scheme right out of the box. They've been on the layout for 15 years, and I've never done anything with them. So talk about being inspired. So Russ kind of threw down the gauntlet and said, hey, can you do this?
So Russell's got you down for 2 gatherings. Okay. Good job, Russ.
Keep talking about it.
Yeah.
It looks like Bob just left the meeting. Sorry. All right. Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome.
With that, we're going to adjourn, take a 5-minute break here before we have Mr.